Hey everyone!
Hi!
Today we're reviewing Evil Dead. Or is it Cabin Fever? Cabin in the Woods! That's the one! Yes. We're saying this basically because this movie is simply a sort of parody on these films, but then takes it a step further.
Yeah, we're going to start this review by saying there are going to be maybe a few spoilers in here.
It feels a bit like a comedy somehow.
Yeah.
It's not a comedy, of course, but it doesn't really try to scare you or anything, you know? It is scary sometimes, but it's just more like the whole like twist thing that is in there that it's all about, and that is not that scary. It's more like bizarre and just weird and interesting actually.
Yeah. If you're a fan of horror films, as long as you're not expecting this one to be a horror film, because it's not got all of the gore and all of this kind of tension that horror films have. But if you want to see any character from any horror film you've ever liked, then you can watch this film. It starts off with these 5 people and they're gonna go to a cabin in the woods, so you know, if you really want to see what this film is like, you gotta hold on a little bit.
So about 15 minutes in, they actually tell you what is going to happen. They just spell it out for you. You have those 5 stereotype kind of characters of all these other movies. More towards the end, it gets more and more that you're missing something. Because it's this parody, because it's this sort of comedy, I expected more of them somehow. It just needed a bit more. It could have been so much more, I think. Yeah. Even though it got a 7.2 on IMDb, it could have been an 8.5, I think.
I think the storyline was there, but there was something in the execution, whether that was the directing or whether that was the script exactly, I'm not sure, but someone had a fantastic idea there. The film also just loses focus towards the end. We're running off and off and off with this idea. We also kind of just lose a bit of the charm that we developed during the film in favour of this greater idea that we kind of also have to push in 90 minutes.
And this is going to be a bit of a spoiler, so just look away now if you want to.
Yeah.
But the film also does kind of remind us of the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
The whole environment and the cameras that are everywhere, it really feels like that.
Yeah.
Was it entertaining? Yes, it was entertaining. Even though we saw it for the second time, it still is a film you can watch again and again and again.
I think it's also like kind of a few things we touched on a little bit earlier with all these different characters that, yeah, you can pick up little bits around the place and you see a lot of things.
So what are we going to give this movie?
I'm going to go for 4 slices of cheese out of 5. Because I do think that we could have pushed a little further with the film. We got a little carried away. Someone had made a fantastic idea. But the film itself was a little underdeveloped in various different ways, so 4 out of 5 it is for me.
Yeah, I also think because it's so original, I'm gonna give it 4 slices of cheese. I do think if you had a few different actors and you would have pushed it a bit more and you had a different director, it could have been like a masterpiece actually. Yeah. But it's also a very cool film that you should just go and watch.
We hope we haven't spoiled too much for you.
And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.